Hey there, YouTube. A while back, I did a unboxing of my new NES, SNES Retro Dual system. One thing to note, after I unboxed everything and got my system set up, were the controls. This one is a Super Nintendo, which came with my original system. It has the black D-pad and the start and select buttons. The LR triggers are gray, like the rest of the remote, and the buttons are purple and an off purple color, whatever you want to call it. Um, and the Retro Dual has the black select and start buttons, but all the other buttons are red. Another thing to note is the length of the cord. So the one on the right, on this hand, that's a Super Nintendo controller. The Retro Dual ends way before the Super Nintendo controller. So the, the one that came with the original system is the longest. Let's see if it's superior. And okay, I have it switched over to my camera 2. And for this video, I'm going to use Super Punchout. Super Punchout is the, well, you can call it a sequel to Punch-Out! Punch-Out! Was a game in the 1980s that was the first console version of the Punch-Out! Series. One thing to note is that when you put the cartridge into the Retro Dual, it does not have the release slot in it, so you really have to be careful when you're pushing it in because you don't want to break the pins. Okay, now let's start up. Okay, start a new game. Okay, your first boss is Jabby J, and which unlike uh, the original Punch-Out, the boss in there was called Glass Joe. Uh, I'm not sure why they renamed him. It's initially the same opponent with a little better graphics. Not just light here. Oh, it's made a little better. Yeah, he's not very strong here. Uh, Controls are a little touchy on this game, or not just this game, it's kind of hit and miss with the controls. Not a controller. Yeah, that's the first boss, or not the first boss, but the first enemy. Bear Hugger. Interesting fact. They used Bear Hugger in Punch-Out for the Super Nintendo, and the Wii version of Nintendo, but I believe they did not use him in the NES version. Find this picture. This is the box art for the third game in the trilogy, the Punch-Out trilogy, if you know, the Punch-Out franchise, better word for it. Bear Hugger, he is more famous for his bear hug attack, which is he basically slams his arms down at you, and it takes quite a bit out of you. So let's have a look. Alrighty. Yeah, like I said, sometimes you accidentally hit the left and right buttons. So yeah, not overly hard enemies here, uh, but some of their defenses are a little annoying, like that. Oh, and I just took another hit. That was nice. Yeah, that's basically how you defeat Bear Hugger. I a little tricky with this remote because the controls are a tad bit sticky. So let me go ahead and remove this. Cow, that is very sticky. I'll touch this instead. There, you can see. And piston handle goes down. And he's down again. And he is down for the count. 26 seconds. Not overly impressive, but hey, a win's a win. Bald Bull is actually used in, I believe, all three video games. And his famous attack is called the Bull Charge. Uh, Funny thing about that is in the third game, you have to fight him, I think it's two different times. And on the second one, he charges you from two different areas. So you gotta really watch your timing. Or, well, it's not really that he charges you from two different areas. He just, if you have to hit him with a star punch right after to knock him down, which makes this game a lot harder. This one is quite easy because he still has his old classic ball charge, which I'll demonstrate in a little while. And, oh, there it comes. Alright. And bulb goes down a second time. Here comes a counterattack. And it works. The champ is down. And I am number one in my league. Somehow.